Brandywine tomatoes are a beloved heirloom variety known for their large size, rich flavor, and meaty texture. They are a favorite among gardeners and food enthusiasts alike, prized for their unique taste and versatility in the kitchen. In this monologue, I will share some tips for growing Brandywine tomatoes, discuss the results of a taste test comparing them to other tomato varieties, and provide a guide for harvesting these delicious fruits. When it comes to growing Brandywine tomatoes, there are a few key things to keep in mind. First and foremost, these tomatoes require plenty of sunlight to thrive. Make sure to plant them in a spot that receives at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight each day. They also prefer well-draining soil that is rich in organic matter, so be sure to amend your soil with compost or other organic materials before planting. Brandywine tomatoes are indeterminate varieties, which means they will continue to grow and produce fruit throughout the growing season. To support their growth, it's important to provide them with a sturdy trellis or cage to prevent the heavy fruit from weighing down the plant. Pruning is also recommended to improve air circulation and reduce the risk of disease. When it comes to watering, Brandywine tomatoes prefer consistent moisture. Water deeply and infrequently, allowing the soil to dry out slightly between waterings. Avoid getting the leaves wet, as this can increase the risk of fungal diseases. Mulching around the base of the plant can help retain moisture and suppress weeds. Now, let's talk about the taste test. I recently conducted a blind taste test comparing Brandywine tomatoes to other popular tomato varieties, including Roma, beefsteak, and cherry tomatoes. The results were clear. The Brandywine tomatoes were the clear winner in terms of flavor. Testers described them as sweet, tangy, and incredibly juicy, with a rich, complex flavor that was unmatched by the other varieties. In addition to their superior taste, Brandywine tomatoes also stood out in terms of texture. Their meaty flesh and low seed count made them ideal for slicing and using in sandwiches, salads, and salsas. The other varieties, while tasty in their own right, simply couldn't compete with the depth of flavor and texture of the Brandywine tomatoes. Finally, let's discuss harvesting Brandywine tomatoes. These tomatoes are typically ready to harvest 80–100 days after planting, depending on the specific variety. Look for fruits that are fully ripe, with a deep red or pink color and a slightly soft texture. Gently twist the tomato off the vine, being careful not to damage the stem or surrounding fruit. If you have a bumper crop of Brandywine tomatoes, don't worry. There are plenty of ways to preserve them for later use. Canning, freezing, and drying are all great options for extending the shelf life of your tomatoes. You can also use them to make sauces, salsas, and soups that can be enjoyed throughout the year. In conclusion, Brandywine tomatoes are a delicious and versatile addition to any garden. With the right growing conditions and a little bit of care, you can enjoy a bountiful harvest of these flavorful fruits. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or a novice, I highly recommend giving Brandywine tomatoes a try. You won't be disappointed. Happy gardening!